Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I'm helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I am helping you break through your barriers and transcend limitations you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Today's weekly intuitive message is your authenticity will both trigger people and inspire people. You ever hear that quote? I would rather be hated for who I am than liked for who I am not. Right now, the way our society is, the frequency shift that's going on the planet, a lot of people are waking up, right? And a lot of people are realizing they were following the crowd. The crowd was lost. They're following different parties in charge, right? And that are corrupt, right? A lot of people were just going along with the belief systems of maybe your family, your friends, society, maybe school you went to, right? It's all been a program, right? How we should act, how we should live. Figuring out the way we've been living is wrong, and the way we're programmed was not good either. And there are a lot of bad intentions involved, maybe evil energy, right? So people are waking up. We're in the age of Aquarius, right? It's essential to be authentic. Some people don't know what the purpose is, some people do. Some people are just waking up to who they truly are. People have different levels of awakening. People have different levels of consciousness. But regardless, when you are more authentic, when you're stepping into your purpose, when you're following your passion, when you're following your heart, a lot of time it isn't exactly what the crowd is doing, what society approves of. And you're going to get a lot of polarizing energies. People will love it, people will hate it, right? People will judge, people will not understand you, and that's fine. They don't need to understand you, you know? We all came here with a specific purpose, especially if you consider yourself a light worker, starseed, whatever. People that really have the most impact on you probably are someone that's very authentic, right? Their energy is unique. They're doing something different than what everyone else is doing. They can even trigger people because they're triggering the belief systems, right? Or the people who make the most impact, they're causing people to think outside the box. They're causing people to wake up to who they truly are. They're causing people to question everything, and that can be triggering to a lot of people who are having all their belief systems crushed that they base their whole life around, that they live by, that have been programmed into their nervous system even, right? So when you're being authentic, when you're speaking your truth, whether it offends people or not, when you're living true to you, when you're living in a way that feels authentic to you, that also means having more boundaries, not being afraid to do things differently than everyone else is doing. When you're living that way, you will inspire people as well as trigger people. So just know that's all part of the process. And it's okay if you're misunderstood. It's okay if you don't feel like you fit into society, because you're not meant to. You're meant to stick out. You have a unique purpose. Your path is harder because your calling's higher. You have a higher calling. It's just some motivation to keep being authentic. Even when I started my YouTube channel, for example, I had come out of a holistic rehab at the time. I was an addict before. I had a lot of issues. You know, I was a functional addict, whatever. You know, still worked, still did all the things that society approved of, right? But some people, when they saw me making videos and stuff, I know they were talking behind my back. I know they're judging like, oh, she didn't change. Oh, she's being fake or whatever. No, it's not. That old me wasn't me. And now this feels authentic. This feels good. I'm helping people. And even if people don't agree with it, I actually felt like I'm getting on camera. I'm speaking my truth to the whole world. It's being authentic. Right? I'm just saying what I feel, what I think at the time, what I think could help people based on my experiences, right? And being authentic, or even just speaking your truth and not having fear and doing something different than what everyone else is doing will trigger people. And that's okay. They don't have to understand you. If you're being authentic, you're being true to you, you're doing what makes you feel good, regardless of what everyone else thinks. And maybe you're saying no to those people or things that aren't meant for you anymore, and you're really just doing what's best for you, stay in your own lane, that's going to trigger people. And you just have to be okay with that. That's part of the process. The bigger the impact, the bigger the trigger, right? But also the bigger the inspiration. But I want to say trigger people in a good way, like trigger people to want to be authentic, to take a look at themselves, and make them want to be authentic, make them want to work on themselves, make them want to do something bigger than what they're doing. It isn't about triggering people, getting a big ego, and thinking you're better than everyone because you're being authentic or you're doing your purpose, whatever it is that you're doing. It can be easy to get into like an ego, and some people, I think, are spiritual narcissists, honestly. You know, just keep doing your thing. People are going to come, people are going to go, people are going to agree, people are not going to agree. people are always going to have their opinions, but wouldn't you rather people have opinions over you being your authentic self, being true to you, than being something you're not or someone you're not and living a life that's not authentic and being miserable? So my life really changed, and I'm not saying my life is perfect by any means, but my life has significantly improved since I started being more authentic, even doing content creation. That's a good outlet for me, my energy. You know, I can just say what I want, I put it out to a bunch of people, and whoever resonates with, resonates with. I get negative comments, I get people coming, trolls come in, but, you know, it's not really my problem. It doesn't really affect me, I don't really care, because it's like, I'm doing what feels good to me, this feels authentic to me, and it's actually showing me who's with me and who's not, who supports my dreams and who doesn't. It's showing me who's meant to be in my life and who isn't. Because if you're being authentic and you're just doing what feels good to you, you're healing yourself, you're following your passions. I'm not saying life's not perfect, probably also doing a lot of shadow work too. That's a whole other topic. It's easier to be your authentic self and feel more comfortable being your authentic self when you do more shadow work too. That's a whole other topic. I'll make another video on that. It's good to be unique. It's good to be authentic. I mean, think about people that are really judging you and saying negative things to you and attacking you, just showing the level of consciousness they're at, just showing where they're at. And it's okay. Maybe it's like they are doing things with their life, or it's like you're irritating them. Your authenticity will irritate people. People say, sometimes you could say your light or your authenticity triggers people that aren't being authentic, that aren't living their truth, that aren't like happy with themselves. Think about if someone's actually taking the time to judge you and mock you and attack you, they probably don't have much going on themselves. They're probably miserable than themselves. I'm thinking me, like I'm doing my own thing. I don't have time to sit there and attack people that are trying to be authentic and trying to do something with their life. You know, just think of the energy of that person who is doing that. Just think about it. You know, some people get on, do content creation, do things like this, and they have trouble dealing with negativity, and they're afraid to be authentic. They're afraid to maybe say certain things, to express themselves, to say how they feel, to say how they think. It's different from other people. They worry about their family or their friends are going to think, or whoever, your peers, whoever. It's really liberating when you can just be authentic. One of the most liberating feelings, and you feel like you're being true to yourself, your vibration will naturally raise, you will attract better opportunities, you will attract better people. People are going to fall off your life. They don't resonate with that version of you. Some people only resonate with the unhealed version of you, with the inauthentic version of you, and that's okay. It's all part of the lesson. You learn from them, they learn something from you. And you never know who you're helping when you're being authentic. Even though you might trigger people, people might not always comment, but there's always people watching. People are going to have their opinions, their thoughts, their feelings, but you never know who you might help, you never know who you might inspire by being your authentic self. And in this world, we need more people that are authentic, more than ever, because those are the people that are going to make a big impact. When we have everything that's going on in the world, everything's falling apart, it's because that system wasn't working. That fake life wasn't working. Fake system, that corrupt system, that way of living, the way of being. And like everyone else, following leaders that have evil intentions, that are corrupt, following the system for everything is not working, right? So don't be afraid to be authentic, speak your truth, and live the life that feels right to you, regardless of what other people think or say. It's okay to get triggered sometimes by people that are negative and stuff, but don't stay there, you know? I even get triggered too sometimes, but keep healing yourself and improving, and the right people come into your life, and you're making a bigger impact than you think by being your authentic self. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group, an Instagram, and a TikTok. The links are in this video description and in my channel description. I also offer intuitive transformational coaching. If you need help getting your life together, with spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul, just want to improve your life, going through addiction issues, mental health issues, grief, trauma, toxic relationships, all that. I have a good experience with all that. Good personal experience. I've overcome a lot and learned to become an alchemist and really transmute a lot of that and let those experiences empower me. Like some intuitive guidance, and my contact information is in this video description as well. Have a good day. Namaste.